funny part is I had two people I couldn't use either. So I mean, it wasn't just you. That's the thing. So I'm going to take these two off here, and then I'm going to get a boatman. And the only reason I did that is because each coin is worth a victory point, so that'll get me 3
I had
coins right
three
there.
boatmen in my bag.
Yep, you just drew bad, hun. That's all it boiled down to. I know it's frustrating. Plus, then I'm going to build a guild hall, so let's put that out there. And that's it for me. I have no other actions I can do. All right, so here's what happens. We count to see who has the most guild halls, which I do. I have more out there than what she does. Whomever has the most gains an extra little citizen.
Well, that's it. You won.
Most likely. So let's do in-game scoring. In-game scoring is broken down into 3 parts. We do our development track. So development track, what you do is you add your citizens plus the number of guilds. And then you multiply that by your development track level. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times 6. So I got 66 points for my development track. So I'm using a crown here. It's all I could find, guys. And then, Carmen, what did you have, sweetheart?
12 times 5, so I got 60.
Wow. That was really close. Okay, next we do our coins. Each coin is worth 1 victory point. So, you know what? I forgot taxes. We need to pay our taxes before we do this. So I have 1, 2. So I got to pay 2 coins for that. Okay, glad I remembered that. Okay, so I had 76 in coins.
55.
Ooh. That windmill really benefited me greatly. This is, what am I thinking here, Carmen? What's the last thing you... Oh, our goods. Our goods. So our goods are based upon this little thingy here, and it tells you what their value is. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. That'd be 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I had 22 in goods. What did you have, sweetheart?
I had 18. Obviously, you're winning. You're beating me with every single score.
I think that if just by looking at this and not knowing anything more, I would say you're probably right. So, yeah. So that's 12, 13, 14. What did you have to say, sweetheart? I'm sorry.
I was just going to say that that citizen, it would have only been 5 more points because I have times 5.
Yeah. So that's 14, 15, 16. So I had 164. And Carmen had 8, 13. That would be, well, I'm sorry. That would be 12, 13. 133. So 133 to 164. So if you would have gotten that other citizen, you'd have only been 138.
Yeah, which made that big of a difference.
No, it still would have been a victory for me. So, all right, guys.
Victory for Zim.
Let's talk about this a little bit of where we think maybe you went wrong a little bit and talk about our strategy of the game. Well, there you have it. And I tell you what, this seemed like a pretty lopsided victory, but I'm going to go back to a few of your very first turns that you had where you had horrible, horrible draws out of the bag that really seemed to affect you.
I had several turns where I had 2 turns where I had no actions at all, and then I had a couple of turns where I only had 1 action. But I think part of my problem for the whole game, really, and I don't know why I did this, right off the bat, early on, when we started playing this game, it's pretty easy to figure out, go for the castle.
Yeah.
Because drawing more,
you need to get more tiles
out of the bag is always going to benefit you. And for some reason, in this game, I just kept putting that off. And I think it really came back to bite me.
Yeah, I kind of moved up on the castle a little quicker than what you did. I mean, I think I was at the 7 and you were still drawing out 5 at that time. And
I think I was still drawing out 4. I drew out 4 for a long time. And
that makes a
terrible.
big difference. In the game, because I mean really it's limiting your actions.
Yeah.
You know, my strategy going in was to do exactly what I did. I wanted to get the laboratory, which allowed me to place gears, and I wanted to get the windmill to be able to advance on the development track and to be able to get the 2 coins per round.
The only strategy I had this game, which I had never done before, which probably wasn't smart for live play, was the boatman. I thought I'll just go all the way up the boatman track, I'll get all those coins, and I'll get lots of boatmen, and then I thought I'll use the herb garden so that they'll benefit me. But they don't benefit you that much because they don't replace everybody.
Yeah.
They only replace those 3 characters.
You almost need to get the tile, because there's a boatman tile that will replace the 3, and then if you get the scholar one, he'll replace the other ones. With the exception of the monk. Nobody replaces a monk. A monk can replace anybody. So it almost seems like you need both of them to really kind of balance out that type of a strategy. Get as many scholars, get as many boatmen, and keep them 2 tiles
Yeah.
to where they're wild for
And then
basically anything.
The other part of my strategy in getting all the boatmen was to actually place them on the the town hall board and
Uh-huh.
get that citizen, and I ended up not even doing
Yeah.
that. But to be honest, that's only 5 points. So I mean, I know they add up, but it wasn't as huge of a swing as I thought it was going to be. You know, it's only 5
Technically,
points.
it would have been 7 because you would have gotten 2 coins for placing them as well. But
Well,
it still would not have been
I
enough.
ended up getting coins for the other ones that I placed, so I think that
At one time, you were running away just big time with the citizens. You ended up with 6 of them, and I ended up with 4.
I know.
I ended up gaining 1 by finishing up.
I thought I have so many citizens, I'm doing great, and then he just caught up at the end game,
Yep.
and that's what the strategy with the gears is all about.
Well, I knew that if as long as I stayed ahead of you with the guild houses, that I was going to get that 1 citizen. And then what I strive to do is try to fill up that 1 space where I had a lucky draw on the last round. Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
couple people I couldn't place, but I drew out the 2 monks that let me finish off that 1 line, and that allowed me to then gain that other citizen plus 6 coins. That was a 12
So
point
he had that
swing right there.
the 12-point swing from the lucky draw,
Uh-huh.
and then I lost 5 points from unlucky draw.
Yeah.
You know, at least 5.
Yeah, but overall, what's most important is that you guys got a great feel of how this game plays, and real or artificial or fake time, whatever you want to say it. But anyways, the point is that what I've experienced is that playing with 2 players or even all the way up to 4, this game is almost exactly always the same, with the exception of the farm. Never forget, you don't lose the coin in the 2-player game if you're last on the farm. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we've played this plenty of times. We love playing this game, so it's gotten a lot of use, and we still keep using more different strategies.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I was going to get at is
Yeah.
that we're very swingy in what we're doing because our games have gone back and forth. Carmen won the game right before we went on camera. Okay, the last game I played, I tried to go.
Hates me this time.
the last game I tried to go farming. I tried to get a bunch of building tiles that allowed me to gain farming tiles, and then I traveled a lot to get tiles, and I did still end up with like 110 points or 111 something. Still not enough to win the game, but it was kind of
surprising.
interesting.
There wasn't a huge difference, though.
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, if you want to know what our opinion is of this game, well, what should they do?
You should watch our quick review.
Right there, yeah. Click on that. That'll take you to our quick review where Kermit and I are going to sit down. We're going to talk a little bit more in detail of what we think of Orleans, however you want to say it, because it's America, we're going to say Orleans. And as usual, we appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.